everyone, and welcome to Monday's Mindset and Manifestation. Hello to you. If you're on the live, say hi, and if you're on the replay, hashtag replay. Today we are talking about energy and flow. And I thought this was a great topic because of it being almost Christmas, the holiday season, people are celebrating, and there's all kinds of different energy that I'm finding that's out there. I see a lot of hustle and bustle, I see people being busy, but I also see a lot of calm amongst the chaos of like last minute shoppers and everything like that. So I'm curious what your experience is right now getting ready for the holidays. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Nikki Gangemi, and I help online coaches shift their identity to thriving entrepreneur so they can make more money and impact doing what they love. So manifestation for me, and I've heard other people say this too, but I really do believe it, that we are always manifesting, right? And I hear people say, well, I'm not manifesting what I want. I'm manifesting the clients that I want, or attracting, the clients, or, whatever it is, but you're still manifesting. It's just maybe you're not manifesting what you want. So I've termed this myself the mindful manifestation method. And what that is that you're just being aware of your energy, because we create everything. Everything is energy, and we create with that energy. We create with our thoughts, with our beliefs, with our emotions, right? Which is just energy. So when you are doing the mindful manifestation method, you are just simply aware. You're present. You're being mindful, which is just present and in the moment. And when you're aware of that, of your energy and how you're feeling, and the second part is you're being intentional. You're setting an intention for what it is that you want. That's when you have more control over what you're creating, instead of just manifesting by default, which is what we do, which is what most of us, do every day, because we're just always on autopilot and just going about our day and not always paying attention, to how we're showing up and what we're creating. So that's why I love this topic of energy and flow, and really paying attention to how you're feeling, and what your experience is, because your experience, what's going on, is really just a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So let's use the holiday example. If you are out shopping and you're in a rush, and maybe you're not having a great day, your experience is going to be that there's rude people and it's so busy, and it could be a negative experience. But if you're feeling relaxed and you're in a good state of mind, and you're like, it's the holidays and I'm excited, and when you're out and about, you can have a very calm experience, even amongst the chaos that's going on. So I was food shopping because I host Christmas Eve, and I was out at the supermarket, which was packed. I was in there for over an hour because every aisle had people shopping with their carts. And I'm not really an online shopper, so I know that I could probably make this easier on myself and just shop online, but I like to go to the store and do my shopping and pick out what I want. So I'm going up and down each aisle, and it's literally cart to cart, so packed. But the strangest thing was, even though there were so many people, there was this sense of organization and calm. Like, people were just kind of waiting for you to be able to kind of swivel through, and it was just, there was this flow, and I was just walking around and just amazed that, wow, everybody is just, and the people weren't even really talking or interacting. They were just going about their business, picking out what they needed from, sure, they were all preparing for the holidays. And there was this, like I said, this organized system, this flow, even though it was packed and I was in there for over an hour, you know, and I just found that very interesting. And I really believe that it all has to do with, where are you at in your mind, you know, and so when you are present to how you're feeling and you set an intention for what you want and how you want it to go, it typically rolls out that way, you know. But when we get caught up in just, you know, the negative thinking and what's going on, and maybe we're tired and we experience, you know, a dip in our energy or a lack in our energy, the best thing to do then is to just stop. You know, just stop, take a break, walk away, decompress, you know, maybe go for a walk or hit the gym, you know, do something like that. Because when we try to push past that, when we try to push past those, when we're not feeling it and we're doing it anyway, you know, that's where we don't get the outcomes that we want. So give yourself, you know, a break and cut yourself some slack. And you know what, your energy, it could be really high and then it can just dip low, and it usually has to do with what you're thinking about. Earlier today I was out and I went to this huge business center that I didn't even know existed. I mean, there's literally over 100 businesses inside of this center. And I was driving home and I was just kind of, it's a beautiful day here. It's in the 50s in late December, which is warm, unseasonably warm for New Jersey. And the sky is blue and the sun is out and I've got Christmas music on, and I'm just thinking, wow, you know, everybody's just so friendly. I had these security guards that were in there that were just taking their time to help me, to point out the businesses that were there, and just really nice and a really friendly vibe. And I was like, I felt energized, and I'm driving home feeling really good and full of energy. And then I get home and my attention moves to all the things that I have to do. Not only the stuff that I have to do for business, but that I still have last minute shopping to do, that I have a house full of people coming over for Christmas Eve tomorrow, and I still have to cook and clean. And all of a sudden, my energy just shot right down. So I went from feeling on a high and feeling great and thinking, what a great world we live in, full of nice people, to just feeling like, I just kind of want to lay down. You know, it was that quick. And the only difference was I moved my attention and I started thinking about, you know, I got too ahead of myself. That's the thing. We start to think of all we have to do. And when we get too many steps ahead of ourselves, that's where we start to lose steam. And maybe we put things off and we start to get into that procrastination. So just be mindful and pay attention to how you're feeling. And when you notice that your energy changes and you go from a high to maybe this, you know, this little dip or this little lull, just think to yourself, you know, where's my attention? What am I thinking about? You know, and when you do that, the best thing you could do for yourself, like I said, is take a break. You know, rather than pushing through whatever it is that you want to do, you are better off walking away and taking a break. You know, even if you want to just do some jumping jacks in your kitchen or turn on some music and dance, you really just need a couple of minutes. You need a couple of minutes of putting your focus onto something else and getting into that right frame of mind, and then you can go back to what it is that you were doing, and your experience could be totally different. I mean, I just think about today, that wonderful experience that I had in the business center, walking around, going into different businesses, introducing myself, exchanging business cards, and everybody was so helpful and nice and friendly, and it was because the intention that I set before I went out, and it was how I was feeling. I was feeling really good, and I was feeling very relaxed and calm and in a good place mentally. But had had I rewind and do it all again, and this time I'm in a rush and I'm flustered, my experience would have been completely different. I likely would have encountered people that were grumpy or not very helpful, or maybe had an attitude. So everything that you're experiencing, it's always a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And what you get to do is just notice and then take a couple of breaths and then just kind of recalculate, just what am I thinking about? Let me move my thoughts. Let me shift what I'm thinking. And then maybe I need to take a little brain break. And maybe I need to just kind of walk away and do something else until I get to a better place mentally. So pay attention to your energy, and you will experience flow when you are in a state of flow. So it always starts on the inside with how you're feeling, and you're always in control. And really, it's the only thing that you're in control of, but it's what you think about and your thoughts and how you feel. So enjoy the holidays. Oh, one more thing before I go. On New Year's Eve, I am doing a little New Year's Eve guided meditation and a peace process. It's free and it's going to be on Zoom. I'm going to post the link. But on New Year's Eve morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, you can join me. And what we're going to do is a little quick exercise where we're going to take a look at your 2019. And we're going to acknowledge the wins that you've had, because I know you've had wins this year, but also take a look at maybe some of the disappointments that you might have had and the setbacks. And we're going to make peace with those so that you can go into 2020 with a clean slate. So I'm going to walk you through a little guided meditation. It's going to be really nice and relaxing. So I'm going to post that link so you can join me. This is not a webinar, so this is something that you are participating in. You have the option of turning on your camera so that we can all see each other. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I would love to see your beautiful face. And you also have the option to mute or unmute yourself so you can talk, you can interact with me. So this is going to be a really great opportunity for us to just kind of end the year on a really good note, and we can step into 2020 headed for success. So thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. Have a wonderful holiday, whatever it is you're celebrating, Hanukkah, Christmas. Enjoy, and I will see you all on Thursday. Bye for now.